They say the average unskilled person can accomplish almost anything today by chasing the hundreds of good old YouTube DIY videos out there and with the help and technical expertise of a good old junkyard dog. Well, let's go unleash Bear and put this theory to the test. Welcome back to Chasing DIY Videos. Remember, this is not a DIY rust repair video. Our task is to select and follow the instructions of some of the more popular do-it-yourself videos to let you know if the average person can successfully complete the tasks as they say. Make sure you use our video along with your selected DIY video. We follow the DIY instructions and perform the job for you first, then provide an overall assessment and rating of our own results. As a result, we can then generate tips for you to help you do a better job. Today, we will test the popular rust repair video instructions on our 2001 Jeep Cherokee Bluebell to see if we can actually do a good job at removing and repairing 2 rust spots from her driver and passenger doors. As we followed the video instructions, we generated some valuable process tips that we think will help you through the tough sections we encountered at the different steps. After compiling a number of self-help rust repair videos and following their instructions, we graded our overall results a C+. We are confident, however, that the quality of our project would increase significantly if we repeated the process incorporating the tips and guidelines we have generated from our first time through. So here then are the tips and problem resolutions we developed, so you don't make the same mistakes we did if you decide to go this route. Many of the items used in different videos were packaged under different product brand names, so make sure you read product contents and preparation directions well to prevent purchasing duplicate materials. You don't need to buy one of every product used in the different videos. Next, to ensure a comfortable work area, add more lighting to whatever amount you currently have and think is sufficient. The more the better. There appears to be 4 basic rust removal steps identified in most of the videos. They are as follows: remove the rust, apply filler material, sand the area, then finally paint the area. We found that not all of the videos go into the same level of detail, but most use the same 4 basic steps. We started by cleaning the area as instructed, then used 80 grit sandpaper to remove the rust. We found later that we did need to use some metal body mesh to patch resultant holes. We felt awkward in the beginning, and the sanding portion was a little tougher than we first thought. We did become more comfortable as time progressed, so don't let this bother you. Watch out for unnecessary sanding scratches outside of the filler area as shown here. This will cause you extra work later. Tip number 3. Don't be in a rush to get through the steps. Take it slow and easy. You will become more comfortable and get the hang of it as you progress through the different steps. Our Bondo mixing and application process was a little daunting and showed our lack of experience in this area. Because of this, we were a little timid and our results were somewhat amateurish, so we suggest that you practice this technique on some scrap material at first. We felt awkward in the beginning, and the sanding portion was a little tougher than we first thought. We did become more comfortable as time progressed, so don't let this bother you. Tip number 4. For better results than we got, we suggest you first practice applying filler material to and sanding on a scrap piece of metal using a larger rotary sander. Mixing and applying a good application of the body filler material will definitely require practice. Tip number 5. Maybe the most important tip of all is to ensure that you absolutely buy and use protective gear, including a face respirator mask with filters. Tip number 6. Be extra careful when sanding the intersection of 2 body planes. Lack of attention in this area could result in you rounding off what should be 2 distinct levels. The painting step was probably the most frightening because of our lack of experience, and we were very concerned that the results would display as a mismatch of colors. Before applying the 3 coats of primer, we taped off the area with curved pieces of paper, per instructions, to facilitate blending, help with feathering, and prevent hard edges. We think our results were a little better on the passenger door after becoming familiar with the process on the driver's side. At this point, make sure you wait a few days before you start your wet sanding process to prepare for clear coats. As noted in the instructions, we used several light coats of paint, and everything started to blend in nicely as we progressed. Next tip. Make sure you don't fall into the trap of trying to rush everything to finish the project. Continue to take it slow and easy. And last but not least, you are now ready to detail the area. In summary, here are the tips we feel will help you with this project. Absolutely buy and use protective gear, including a face respirator mask with filters. Make sure you have a dedicated workspace and sufficient lighting. Add more lighting to whatever amount you currently have and think is sufficient. Read product contents and preparation directions well to prevent purchasing duplications. You don't need to buy one of every product used in the different videos. Take it slow and easy as you will become more comfortable and get the hang of it as you progress through the different steps. Practice applying filler material too, and sanding on a scrap piece of metal using a larger rotary sander. Be extra careful when sanding the intersection of 2 body planes to retain separate planes. Use several light coats of paint for good coverage. Don't rush the process. So again, together with Bear's critical input, our overall assessment is that we feel the average unskilled person can successfully and somewhat professionally accomplish the rust removal DIY goals because the directions from all the DIY videos we viewed were clear and easy to follow, and the difficulty level of this project was not bad. The DIY videos did a good job engaging us through visually appealing graphics and captivating storytelling. Total repair costs were reasonable. The amount of time required for project completion was reasonable. We were left with a good sense of accomplishment upon completion of the project. So, in closing, after selecting your favorite DIY rust repair video, print and review the tips we provide for you here as you follow your selected video and let us know what you think. Feel free to comment below and subscribe for future Chasing DIY videos endeavors.